What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. Welcome to Tabletop Takeout Tuesday. I do this every Tuesday. I do a video every day of the week. Multiple on some days, up to 10 or 11 by the end of the week. And I do all this because I love it. I'm having fun. This is a for fun channel. That's what I'm here for. I love playing games, talking about games, filming games, editing about games, uploading videos about games. I'm just all about the games. And I'm having fun, which is why this is not the kind of channel that has backers or patrons or sponsors or anything like that. I'm just here to have fun. If you like that idea, then please throw a subscribe, hit a like, share. Just let me know that you think that this is all right. This is cool. You know, a for fun channel, not one out to make a bank. All right, talking about banks are big. I want to talk to you about a big box edition, the collector's edition for Western Legends. I'm going to give you the bullet points on why I love this so much. So come on, join me down the table, and I'll tell you about it. Now, right off the bat, I gotta say, I do love sandbox games. When a game has multiple ways of victory, multiple things that you can do, it adds to the level of possibilities, strategy, so much. It makes it feel a little bit more realistic, even though it's just a board game. Now, a few years ago back, I did do a video, a tabletop takeout, for the Western Legends game. This is an update. Since then, a bunch of expansions have come out. They've ended the game series, and they ended it with something that I think all games that have multiple expansions definitely need, and that's a big box to put it all in. I hate seeing all these multiple boxes on a shelf. I would much prefer to see one large, massive box than 3 or 4 little boxes. It's pretty much taking up the same amount of space, but it's just the visual cue of it that I do enjoy. Now, in this game specifically, it is called Western Legends for a very realistic reason. You are going to get the chance to play a real-life Western legend. It's someone that really lived. Doc Holliday, Wyatt Earp, Johnny Ringo, Calamity Jane, Buffalo Bill, Bat Masterson. There's almost an endless amount of characters that you've heard of and never have heard of from the Old West. From cowboys to Native Americans, Caucasians to African Americans, Asians, Mexicans. This game has a lot of characters that were significant people in the time of the Old West. Now, in this game, you have the option. If you know everything there is to know about, let's say, Doc Holliday, you could play this game as Doc Holliday and try to win it by doing everything allegedly that's known that he did in his life. A little bit of robbery, a little bit of a lot of gambling, a little bit of gun for hire. You could run that route. Or, and this is what I really love about the game, bringing back the sandbox thing that I was talking about, is you can do whatever you want. Maybe you want to play Doc Holliday as maybe a rancher. Maybe you want to play Calamity Jane as a minor 49er out there collecting gold. You can do what you want. Your goal is to make sure that you get enough victory points. Now, whether you're a criminal, whether you're a bounty hunter, marshal type, or whether you're a gambler, whether you're robbing trains or just collecting the bounties on the other players that do. This game brings it all together in this really wild Western style that you can do anything with. But yeah, just about every single Western character you can play, and you can have them run a life however you want them to run that life. It's really, really sandboxy and open. I also find amazing levels of replayability in this. Again, because mainly the sandboxes, because there's so many options that you can do in this game. So many roads, paths of life that you can take. And you can try to accomplish missions and goals. It all comes together so beautifully in this. And the amount of characters is staggering. Now, the game also has some really very cool components. The miniatures look amazing. I love them. And the gold nuggets, I really like the gold nuggets in the game. Now, the big box expansion, I was not able to afford the add-on, but they did have, and I'm sure it's still available, an add-on for actual buildings. Little 3D printed buildings that you can put on the map. Kind of like... the version of Life I grew up with, the board game of Life, where it had the little buildings placed in it. And that's the same thing with this. You don't need them to play the game, but wow, they really do look nice. I'm sorry I didn't get them. I wish I did have them, but the game can still play perfectly without that add-on. But yeah, all the components look amazing. The card stock, the board quality stock, yeah, they did not pinch on any pennies here, and I appreciate that. The big box is going to deliver everything that you need for your storage needs. Now, add on to that all the expansions that they came out with. Each, they had, 3 or 4 Kickstarters, right? And I think each Kickstarter had like a minimum of 1, if not 2, mini expansion boxes with them. If you have everything, you're going to need a place to store it, and this box is perfect for that. Anyone that enjoys this game needs the big box. Yeah, maybe you don't have the expansions. Maybe you're afraid having this big box will pull you in the direction of spending money and getting those expansions. Well, it will. It definitely will. If you enjoy the game so much to start with, trust me, you're going to want to fill the box. And it's worth it. I honestly believe every penny I have ever paid for this game, all its expansions, the big box, all of it, has all been worth it. We've played this game dozens of times. I play it with different members of a couple of different gaming groups over the years, and it is always well respected and enjoyed by the time we put the box back on the game. I also think that in general, Western Legends may very well be the perfect Western board game. There's nothing really that you can't do. I mean, the one thing that did occur to me that I read in the Kickstarter was somebody else besides me thought to themselves, well, there was an awful lot of trappers, fur trappers and traders in the Old West. You don't have that represented in the game. The reason that they said they didn't is because the mechanism of that is so similar to other things like the gold mining that it would have just been the same thing with a different skin on it. I mean, you can gold mine, you can cattle ranch, you can train rob, you can be a sheriff, you can bounty hunt, gamble. There's so many things that you can do in this game. I do miss the fact that you can't be a fur trapper, but or some sort of animal, guy, poacher, because that was common back then. But it makes sense. Rule-wise, it makes sense. It is the same exact mechanic, so why just repeat it with a different skin on the same exact game? But this game's going to pull it together for you. Anything pretty much that you've seen in an Old West movie, pulp magazine, who there remembers pulp magazines, television show, or what have you. This pulls it all together. It brings all the tropes together of the Old West, as well as the legendary characters who actually walked the plains, the deserts, and the towns of the early American West. If you're a fan of that genre, and you're looking for the perfect board game, and we all have our own definition of perfect, but even if you don't find this perfect, I swear you're going to find it near perfect. I think you will. But don't listen to me. Don't listen to any floating head here telling you something you don't know if me or anyone else has been bribed or bought, paid off to tell you what they have to say. You don't know. But if you watch playthroughs, you get a more honest experience of the game. And you're going to know whether you and your friends are going to like it. So go watch some playthroughs. I don't care if it's on my channel or someone else's channel. I don't care. As long as you watch playthroughs and you come up with your own honest decision. So go. Get some more information, and I think you're going to end up walking away loving Western Legends.